How would you like to recover from divorce or breakup as quickly and efficiently as possible? As Martin Luther King Jr. said, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Now, everyone understands light's relationship to darkness, but not many people are willing to admit to the darkness within themselves. Most people want to believe that they are genuinely a good person. The simple truth is that hate is not the darkest and most dangerous emotion we must all face. The darkest and most dangerous emotion is indifference or apathy. Many people think that to have successful relationships, all they have to do is not hate. But in reality, if we have no compassion toward others, or have no capacity to relate to others, or put ourselves in their shoes, then we will have a very hard time having meaningful and fulfilling relationships in our lives. Furthermore, the dangers of indifference is that it robs us and those we are indifferent toward of their humanity. Indifference is definitely one of the most damaging and dangerous emotions we must battle through, though it is far from the only dangerous emotion plaguing the foundations of successful relationships. If you found yourself in and out of relationships, maybe you will get better on your own. Maybe you won't. Who really knows, right? Only by dealing with the inner man, the mindset, and hidden issues of one's heart can anyone truly hope to find a lasting and meaningful relationship that will stand the tests of time. Hi, my name is Nathan Laughlin, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you some practical steps that I've personally used and helped others use to successfully learn how to recover and even thrive after divorce or any other type of broken relationship, and how you can do the same. Now, I'm also going to share with you some pitfalls to avoid as you're recovering from your trial, some new ways of thinking to start winning the mindset game, and why it's so important for you to find a guide to help you navigate this difficult time in your life. God has really given me a heart for people who have been through divorce, and I'm committed to helping as many people as want my breakthrough for themselves. You see, those that follow a simple 3-step process based on these focal points often end up completely changing their lives in only a few short months, rather than dealing with the years of destructive fallout from the relational radiation emitting from their broken mindsets and behaviors, like most people. So if your goal is to recover from your divorce or breakup as quickly and efficiently as possible, you're going to love what I'm about to share with you. So let me tell you the 3 primary people I work with who fall into the following categories. People who never wanted to get divorced, but were more or less forced into it from their spouse. People who want to move beyond all the hurt, distrust, unforgiveness, and harmful ways of thinking so they can one day have a healthy and successful relationship again. And the last, people who want to honor God in their lives but are finding it very difficult to lay aside some self-destructive behaviors that are sabotaging their present and future. The most immediate benefits about finding a post-divorce guide is that it provides an objective point of view to your specific situation. It allows you to focus on the underlying problems that act as barriers in your life, and it gives you an instant hope that you will make it through and find healing and peace through the pain. Now, I'm sure you've noticed that after divorce, people fall into one of 2 categories. The damaged, those who hold on to their past and cannot move beyond the hurt, rejection, fears, doubts, and lies suffered and sustained. And the restored, those who were damaged but made a choice to dig up the root of their pain and now live a fulfilling life as healthy and whole and ready for a strong lifelong relationship. So think about this for a minute. What is it that leads some people to make a choice to live in fear and bondage to their damaged past, while other people have the capacity to make a conscious, positive choice to refuse to live in the past, and thereby decide they thereby decide to make the changes necessary to find healing and restoration in their lives. There's a vast difference between damaged people and restored people, as you're surely well aware. You know what it is? It's pretty easy to see when those who are damaged are poisoned by the resentment and bitterness. They're never quite ready to face the truth of reality, while those who are restored have spent a significant amount of effort to face reality head on by doing a few key things to ensure their life's fulfillment. There are hundreds of videos of people online showing the power of forgiveness. This video is one that I really loved. You may or may not be familiar with this story. Here, watch this.
And I wasn't gonna ever say this in front of my family or anyone, but I don't even want you to go to jail. I want the best for you, because I know that's exactly what both of them would want you to do. And the best would be give your life to Christ. I'm not gonna say anything else. I think giving your life to Christ would be the best thing that both of them would want you to do. Again, I love you as a person, and I don't wish anything bad on you. I don't know if this is possible, but can I give her a hug, please? Please?
Yes.
Now, the world will tell you to hold on to your hurt, hold on to your pain, and it'll somehow hurt the person who hurt you. But really, the opposite is true. All it does is enslave you and keep you in bondage. Now is a good time to think about any hurt you may have in your life, as well as why you're holding on to it so tightly. If you read forums or talk to other people who've also been jilted, they're often stuck in a bondage of self-sabotage and nursing their wounds, instead of seeking a healing solution. Most people, for example, don't understand how to admit fault and apologize for their mistakes. What prevents us from doing so could be shame or pride or both, but until we decide to humble ourselves and seek forgiveness from others and ourselves for that matter, we too will continue in bondage to our pride and our shame. If you remember those I mentioned earlier who live their lives as restored, they make some positive choices to change their current situation. Some of those choices include identifying the irritants in their heart and mind, establishing a plan to deal with each irritant individually, and finding some sort of accountability to make sure you hold on to your set plan. Now, here's why all three of these things matter. If you do not identify the problem, plan to fix the problem, and make sure you don't sabotage yourself in that plan, then you'll continue on in the same path that you're on now. You know, in Proverbs 15:22, the Bible says, "Plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors they succeed." And there's a popular quote from Albert Einstein where he says, "Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result." So if you want things in your life to change, you have to change yourself on the inside. So let's get down to some nitty-gritty. Let's talk about how you can get a predictable system for dealing with your self-sabotage so you can start seeing results today. Here's a starter list. Figure out what you need to change in your life. Understand the end destination you'd like to achieve, and then build a plan backward from that point to figure out what you have to do to get there. And then find someone in your life who will commit to helping you in your growth plan. If you've decided that you're not content with where you are right now in your life, let me ask you a few questions. What exactly are you working on changing in your life? And what are you blind to? What have you done in the last week to work on your plan that guarantees that you'll reach your overall goal? And who have you talked to in the last week about your accomplishments and failures in regard to your plan? See, the restored people who have worked through their self-sabotaging inclinations typically have a structured method of achieving overall success in their lives, and they can tell you a few things. Exactly what they are doing to overcome their self-sabotage, where their blind spots are, and the name or names of people in their lives who are helping to support them. When you know exactly what to do to overcome your self-sabotage, you begin to believe there is a fulfilled life for you that's not only possible, but right around the corner from your current situation. While the damaged people are sleeping their days away, feeling sorry for themselves, with no clear light at the end of their dark tunnel, the restored people are going from strength to strength, finding joy, hope, love, and peace through a structured system that helps them work through their well of emotions and problems. Because guess what? We all have problems. Even when you've worked through your problems, you still have problems. First, we get an idea of your mindset and how you view your life, those in it, those who used to be in it. We do this by identifying various emotional responses to those in your past who have hurt you or even helped you. And once you get as detailed as possible and identify your true point of view about past events in your life, we can then start to shine some light on the areas of darkness that need to be cleansed and healed. The result of executing this correctly is that you can then find that all-elusive peace associated with mental, emotional, and spiritual recovery in a matter of a few short months, instead of living years and years of self-sabotage and doubt. And you know what the best part is? You can be confident that in the next relationship you have, that you'll be free of self-sabotage, and you'll be able to recognize if the person that you're interested in is in the right frame of mind and in the right position in life to be able to enter into a successful relationship free of the baggage and bondage of the past. To build your system from the ground up, you need to align a few things to get where you want to be in the future. These key metrics are analyze, prioritize, investigate, model, and map. When you can do a clear analysis of your problem and can prioritize what is foundational to begin work on, you can then begin to investigate others who have already solved your problem and model a solution to your problem off of their solution. Finally, you can create a realistic roadmap to get you one step closer each day to your destination. Then you'll soon be well on your way to relational success. It's definitely possible for you to build a system for yourself on your own. You can do that, but you also have to make sure that you have the right system to get the results you need and want. Now, doing this would be akin to traveling to Will Rogers International Airport, leaving the airport and walking to the best restaurant in town, which is notably Boulevard Steakhouse, with no prior knowledge of how to get there and without asking anyone for directions. You may find that restaurant, but the chances would be greatly increased if you chose to take the easy solution Pull out your smartphone, begin to search on your phone for the best restaurant in town, and then map the route out on Google. By now, you may be thinking, how could I possibly recover from my broken relationship in a matter of months instead of carrying myself sabotage into my next relationship? This is perfect for you if you're looking to have a plug-and-play system to help you walk from point A to point B, find some balance in your life, and figure out how to recover from a broken relationship. Find someone to come alongside you to help hold you up in prayer and encouragement. Grow in your walk with the Lord. Keep some anonymity from others in your immediate circle. Find someone who's had breakthrough personally in their life to help you find your breakthrough. And make some huge changes in your life. I will say, my time is limited, but I'd like to find a few really great clients I can work with to help them destroy their self-sabotage and reach their goal of living a fulfilled and restored life. And because my time is limited, I do have a few qualifying criteria I am looking at to identify who is and who is not a perfect fit for my system. So, who do I work with? I typically work with young professionals who love God and want to honor Him in their lives. They're not afraid of hard work and commitment, and they're great at making hard decisions with wisdom and precision. I work with guys who really don't know where else to turn. And I work with women sometimes who don't know where else to turn. Maybe they know lots of great people, but most don't know what to tell them or how to help them. So here's how the process works. We will work together to identify some key areas of concern you may have and customize a plan to help solve some skewed mindsets that are holding you back from forward progress. These mindsets could be any number of things. Who is this for? This is for people willing to do the hard work required to see real lasting change in their lives. This is for anyone who really doesn't want to have to wade through the waters of trial and error or the pain and confusion of trying to find their way to their destination on their own. This is for people who want a map to help them navigate the corridors of pain and loss to find their way back home. This is for people who are willing to pay a price to invest in themselves, to expedite their situation from the prison of hopelessness back to the freedom of hope. And this is for people who choose to believe in a better future in spite of a wretched past and make a solid life-changing decision. Who this is not for. It's not for people who are not committed to their own transformation for the good. It's not for people who think they know it all. It's not for people who are willing to live their lives in fear and hopelessness. It's not for people who are not ready to invest in themselves and in their future. It's not for people who are unwilling to take action in life to see some real significant change. And it's not for people who are happy to stay in a continued miserable state of defeat. And you know what? I hope you don't fall into any of those who this is not for categories. Now, because I value each one of my clients and truly respect the difficulty of each individual situation they find themselves in, I have to be 100% upfront and honest with you when deciding if we are a good fit to work together. Some people I really just can't help, and that's typically because I may feel we have a huge personality difference, or that my potential client really is not ready to take the action needed and do the work to see a significant shift in their current situation. Because the better that we fit together, the better the results that I can help you achieve. The first step is to complete an application for a private strategy session below, and this application is necessary to determine a couple things: that I can help you and that I'm the best person to help you generate those results, and that you're ready to step up, commit, take action, and do the required work to generate the results. Now, once I receive your application, you'll be able to schedule a time with me to conduct your strategy session, and this is where we will really start working together to figure out what's holding you back and how to formulate a strategy to bring you the quickest results possible toward relief. At the end of the call, one of two things will happen. You'll either be a fit, and I will extend an invitation to work with me as one of my clients, or if it's not a fit, that's totally okay too. There's no hard feelings or obligations or anything. Either way, you will receive a remarkably valuable and custom one-on-one strategy session and will walk away with a newfound clarity as to where you are right now and what has you trapped, keeping you from achieving the results that you want. It will likely be some of the most valuable 30 to 45 minutes you will invest in yourself this year. So go ahead, complete your application now, and we'll see if we're a good fit to work together. Right now, I have some availability in my calendar, but I know there are many people in your situation looking for a lifeline. This opportunity is definitely quite limited, as I have a limited amount of time and effort to give each of my clients, so I only work with people that I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I can help, and I'm looking to fill my schedule very soon. So please understand that this window of opportunity may not be available for long. I have found that those who have the ability to make quality decisions and act quickly typically see the best results with this program, and they turn into my best clients overall. So if you're thinking, this sounds like a great opportunity, I think Nathan might be able to help me, go ahead and apply right now, see if you qualify, and then continue on to the instructions on the next page. Again, in complete honesty and to be clear, the help I offer does not replace a professional psychologist, therapist, medical doctor, lawyer, or any other type of licensed professional. I am not licensed as such, and I cannot guarantee any specific results for you or anyone else. Results are purely determined upon you and your individual effort and willingness to work on yourself. I am a solidly grounded follower of Jesus, and I'm just trying to help lead some people to the same type of biblical breakthrough that God led me through in Christ. So, thanks so much for your time, and I look forward to talking to you really soon.